Welcome to beautiful Glen Lake in northern Michigan.
It's a gorgeous day, and we can't wait to show you the inside of this home. Come on inside and check it out.
Don't you just love, Grace, how when you walk in the front door, the first thing you see all the way through the house is the lake?
Absolutely.
It's just extraordinary.
And I love how there's a nice foyer that welcomes you in, but with a regular ceiling height and beautiful millwork and this soft white paint color.
Things like making this cased opening and a header between the foyer and the dining room really, I think, create the spaces that we were looking for.
And let's talk about putting the dining room right when you walk in.
Right, that was a big set of conversations with this project, wasn't it?
Yep. And it ended up being right here, right away when you walk in, but there's plenty of room for it, and I think it's a nice silhouette to complement the view looking forward.
It really does frame it, actually. It's almost like, even though it's a very functional dining table, it's almost like a hall table when you walk in on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And defining the space with the coffered ceiling
Yes.
really made it feel like a room.
Something that people will notice as we walk through this house is that there's a lot of kind of a take on a beachy feel in a more traditional home setting. So we've got these woven chairs, kind of like a harvest table, this delicate little floral print on the head chairs, and then this rug is quite nautical with the stripes and the flat weave.
Should we go in the kitchen?
I
Or
think
should
we
we
go to
do
the
the
living
great room?
Yeah.
Okay. The great room has just been such a place for them to enjoy their extended family together and gather around the fireplace and see the lake. This whole system of trusses was a massive conversation. The homeowner loves the idea of volume ceilings. And of course, there had to be some sort of structure to be able to handle the roof.
I think that the beams also, they take up a lot of volume, which is really nice in a space that has so much volume to give. And the scale of the pieces in here too, the large chairs, a very large sectional with a console table behind, a large coffee table,
Right.
more ottomans. Everything supports the volume that this room gave us. I think it turned out really great.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is such an important thing when thinking about design is scale and proportion. And so a room this size, the stuff that we put in it has to match it.
Yeah. There's texture too. There's texture in the stone and the mantle. And then the coffee table has texture, and then the rug is only texture. It doesn't have any pattern in it, which is why we could pair it with some striped chairs and also our beautiful Michigan bird print on those ottomans.
As well, yeah. Yeah, it's so pretty. And then just like you were saying, no pattern on most of the substantial pieces. But then that gives us a chance to play with pillow patterns and things that can be switched out over time, and with the seasons too. You know, they'll primarily spend summers here, or maybe the 6 months of the year that are nice. But they have said that they might spend Christmas here too.
It would be such a nice place to celebrate Christmas. There's a perfect corner for a tree right there.
That's so true. You know, in the architectural phase, we were talking about indoor-outdoor orientation so much. And just in this end of the great room, there's so many ways out onto the extensive decking of the house. So 2 sets of French doors and then this huge system that just opens. And this is like the fun little secret, isn't it? The screen.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice how this, look at that. The house is so pretty in that the sun rises on the front and then sets on the lake. So we're looking west right now. And this is so beautiful.
It's just spectacular. I mean, when people think about Michigan, I don't think they know quite how beautiful it is. There's so many bodies of water like this that are just stunning.
Just such clear spring-fed lakes with sandy bottoms. So beautiful. And all this mature vegetation that's been here for decades. Now the kitchen, the room we all absolutely love. Kitchens are our jam, I would say.
This is a pretty special one too.
You know, I think with kitchen design, especially when it's in a home of this caliber and open to rooms like this, the thing that is so crucial to good design is placement and integration of appliances. And in this case, I mean, I just feel like that's really what we bring to the table, is the ability to integrate the appliances seamlessly into our cabinetry. Do you have a favorite part of the kitchen, Grace?
I love it all, but this beautiful island that, you know, is a take on a freestanding island is really quite pretty with the rounded corners and then the rounded legs. And I love how we chose the same color on the cabinetry, which is Oxford cream, that matches the wall color and the trim color in here. So everything is kind of just washed in this taupey white color, and it's just perfect for the house.
And again, we wrap the room with all this tongue and groove paneling and the ceiling so that it really did need to integrate with our cabinetry. But again, we have all the features that will keep this cabinetry living long. Like here's our trash. And the brass strips to protect that top edge is so important. There's so many pretty features in our cabinetry that help with storage. You know, all the dividers for cooking tools and the rollouts for pots and pans and slanted dividers for lids.
The poles are in a bronze hardware, which we usually go with an aged brass, but I really love the bronze too. I think we're gonna start using that a lot more, kind of a little bit darker, a little bit more masculine. I love the way that it looks in this kitchen.
It's really beautiful against the Bromwich cabinetry. It's just, it feels very subtle and, you know, not too much bling. It's more understated, I would say.
And this countertop is absolutely beautiful. It's a quartzite countertop with this OG edge profile in it, and you see how it just curves right where the legs are.
Exactly.
And I think the scale of these lanterns is perfect in here with, again, it's the volume of the space, but bringing in the beams, the millwork, the lighting fixtures, everything is just scaled so appropriately. It's gorgeous.
When you diagram and you put things into drawings and show exactly the scale, then you know that you're doing the right thing.
So let's talk about this hood and how it has the scalloped detail and mimics the scalloped detail in the backsplash, and also over there on the backsplash, which is countertop material. And the hood is interesting because it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. If it did go all the way to the ceiling, first of all, there's a window up there, but also it would look like,
yeah, we did model
like
that,
an elevator.
and it was not, it did not work well.
Yeah. So that's also something that just takes in mind that scale and proportion and beautifully lays it in this space.
Okay, I want to show you what Grace was talking about with this beautiful detail over here. This scalloped detail framing the window and bringing it down to the 1.5 inch high backsplash. Otherwise, I think is one of the most beautiful ways of treating a backsplash underneath a window on a cabinetry run with a sink. I think it's just elegant.
You want to talk about the sink?
Yeah, let's do. This is one of those workstation sinks that have all kinds of options. Like, for example, this holds a bowl.
Why would you want the bowl?
I think for like prepping food, you're cutting your vegetables. There's other racks, like other cutting boards and stuff, and you're putting your salad or your vegetable items in there. There's also a colander attachment, a drying rack. It's very interesting. There's all kinds of features, and this is the 5-foot version. It comes like, whoa,
Yeah.
all kinds of different, like 4, 5, 6, but it's pretty cool.
And there's a tiny bar sink over there, but this sink serves the entire kitchen. And so if 2 people are working in here at once, the 2 faucets really do come in handy. And then if you have served a crowd of people, having 2 faucets to do the cleanup is a nice perk too.
Well, 2 faucets and 2 dishwashers. That's kind of a nice feature, huh? Okay, one little very special feature about the custom cabinetry in this kitchen is that we had 4 cutting boards made to fit in these 4 slots. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
You know, a house like this on the lake where there's friends and family coming all the time, a coffee bar is pretty important, isn't it?
Yep.
What's your favorite part about this?
It's nice to have another fridge too by the coffee bar for the milk and everything.
But a coffee bar is really nice where you can have your cups and your, filters and all the things that you need right at hand. And a sink and the fridge drawers and garbage. That's a nice feature. Yeah.
I love how there's glass cabinets over here because, like I said before, this is a lot of the same paint color. And glass cabinets give you a little peek of color of whatever you put in there, whether it's your glassware or your china. I love how this has a combination of both.
All right, I think this way there's some of my favorite rooms in the house. The brick hallway is pretty, isn't it? Now this is a crucial room because of, pantry needs are pretty substantial when you have a group.
Yeah.
And this has an additional fridge and freezer, an ice maker, which is, an ice maker in an off room like this with a door it's a really good location for it because ice makers are loud.
Yep.
That's what they are. So, but this is just really pretty. It's, snacks and things could be laid out. A lot of storage in here.
Yep, so this does the heavy lifting for the food storage. And it's this really pretty blue color that's in here that complements the whole theme of the house, which is the whole room is bathed in this really pretty blue color. Obviously this room has no windows. It's in the interior of the home, but it still has a very great design personality.
It sure
Very
does.
pretty.
It sure does. And it is directly across from one of the most beautiful rooms that exist. Shall we? Don't you when we came up with this idea of these interior windows and glass door, it just made everybody so excited about this space.
Yeah.
So this is just such a beautiful setup for her with the air dryer and storage for all of her items and soaps and so forth. And it's her little desk. And it's also like a little bit of a butler's pantry because all the storage in our cabinetry here is all, like serving dishes and linens let's talk about this.
I feel like having wood countertops is a great choice, but it's really not a great material to have next to a sink.
Correct.
And so to stop with the wood countertop close to the sink and then pick up stone and have a stone backsplash, it really makes a lot of sense.
It does. Everything's going to be kept really pristine here because on stone, water and stone love each other. And then this detail kind of echoes what's happening in the kitchen on the island. The rounded corners, just this soft radius.
And this beautiful vintage rug. Just everything is perfect. I can't even see something where I'm like, oh, that's not quite right. Everything is quite perfect.
And you know, it's very subtle and it's very toned. There's not a lot of contrast in here. And maybe that's what is just so...
I think it's just because it's ABAP.
as British as possible.
Yeah.
It's true. And this is such pretty mudroom.
I love that it opens up to the back staircase, which has the metal spindles and the wood handrail.
And then the ceramic dish sconces on the tongue and groove paneled wall. It's like a lot that's so good.
And this little detail in the cabinetry I think is so pretty.
And can form a function too, like it provides a little bit of ventilation too. I do like the mixed metals here of the polished nickel and the wrought iron, the hooks. I think it's a great combination. That's a pretty nice feature.
And also a nice feature to have right before you walk out or come in is a powder room.
That's for sure. And this is so pretty with the toile wallpaper and cafe curtain.
It's so darling.
And this is a very special console table. This is a lot of beautiful detail.
Yeah.
In the polished nickel leg and the weathered oak.
Gorgeous. Yeah, and this wallpaper is just the cutest thing possible. And like you said, it picks up on the same exact print in the curtain.
Yeah, it's so. Isn't it interesting though? I love to notice this, and I think it's pretty, is that when you have natural light coming through, that light picks up different colors. And you can see this is creamier than the background of the wallpaper. Aren't these just the prettiest little hardware and cafe curtain rings?
Everything's perfect. It's just a delightful little powder bath.
This is very comfortable.
Super comfortable.
This is like after the sun goes down, the dishes are put away.
Yep.
This is the cozy room. It's this beautiful green, pewter, kind of greenish color. The whole room's wrapped in it.
Plus it has the color-matched grass cloth panels on
which
the walls.
are so beautiful.
And this subtle print on the sectional is so pretty.
But I love it because it's kind of lighthearted too. It's not too serious.
And then a little jute mixed with cotton rug. And these adorable little chairs with our plaid pillows on them.
Should we go upstairs to the laundry room and maybe the bunk room?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I like this, how this goes right in front of the windows here. This was so cool, isn't it?
So upstairs there are 4 full suites.
4 king suites, yeah.
And so there's a lot of laundry that needs to be done when it's time to wash the
Lots of
sheets.
laundry. Yes, quite a bit of laundry, and so there's a very nice spot to be able to do it.
Right, and a lot of storage for linens that are hidden behind the cutest Kelly Ventura fabric.
Okay, and this is really cute because now we've got grandchildren in the picture, babies. So there is a microwave here. This was a fun idea to heat bottles, and refrigerator to store snacks and drinks and stuff. But okay.
It's just so pretty.
I just love this. It's a completely interior room, and what a way to go.
Yeah, it's done
With the Bromley
to the
taupe.
nines. Yeah. Which looks so good with the fabric.
And when we
backing
mention
linen
these
color.
names of all these colors, it's the Stoffer Home Cabinetry line, and it's the colors that we name them. So if you're going and looking for those colors, that's where they are. But so pretty. All right. Where should we
room?
go next? Bunk room? Okay. All right.
This is a really great example of color bathing in here too, just making everything the same color and then using that color out here on the cabinetry and the trim as a contrasting trim.
I think it's kind of cool to note that a lot of people call this space in the house the bonus room because it's above the garage.
Yeah.
And this is a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
So they're getting basically a family room and 8 bunks in the bonus space.
Yeah.
And
So
what happens
reimagine
is-
your bonus room, people.
Yeah, reimagine the bonus room.
Peep
Okay.
the carpet too. This is a really pretty carpet.
Very pretty, and makes it kind of cozy in here.
Just a wool Berber with a subtle plaid.
Very subtle. I like this.
It's perfect.
Okay, should we go into the bunk bathroom?
Yeah.
Because that's a super fun room. Okay. A bunk bathroom. What a great space.
Yeah. And really very efficient space for needing to service so many people because you can sleep so many people in that bunk room.
8 beds.
Yeah.
So, right.
So these are 2 water closets over here with a toilet in each of them.
Okay, this is very European, I think. The little toilet room.
Yeah. But the tile feels very 20s, 30s to me.
I totally agree. Using a lot of color, using tile moldings for the door jambs and casings. And
the mosaic floor is so
mosaic
perfect.
floor, the 1-inch hex, that's like quintessential 20s, 30s.
This design is particularly beautiful in my opinion.
Yeah. I love these double basins.
Yeah, these are absolutely perfect in here.
And then the tilted mirror is great for all ages. Let's see, how tall could you be and actually see yourself? Yeah, not that but the stools help.
Stools are perfect.
No, this is so sweet. A little cafe curtain for privacy, just in case.
Well, and I don't think we talked about that this is a bath, has a bathtub in here and a shower. So it's a true wet room with a door on it. I'd say, have fun, kids.
Yeah. The primary bedroom is a very pretty space. What's your favorite part of this room, Grace?
I love the headboard that it goes almost wall to wall and it's so soft and feminine. But then the panoramic windows are what's perfect.
Yeah. Lake and then woods. So pretty. I do like that headboard, wall to wall. And then the nightstands sit right in front of it, which I think is it's just a soft, pretty way of dealing with things. And this vintage rug picks all of the best of this up together. This silk wall covering is absolutely beautiful in a light taupe. Just works so well with the cream and kind of pink, yeah. A little brownie pink. Okay, the primary bathroom.
Let's go see it.
Yeah. Okay, look at this view. Center the double doors, centered on the opening, centered on the tub.
So pretty. It's a great layout for a bathroom. Vanities on either side and tub centered on these beautiful windows.
And the exterior architecture brings this window is jutting out a little bit, so there's a little roof on it, which brings a lot of interesting detail. But I love this idea of the whole built-out half wall for the ledge, for the deck-mounted faucet.
It's a great design detail. The other detail that's really pretty in here is the marble molding that goes around the mirror and around the sconces.
And it doesn't have to be thick, it can be the more 2 cm, or 3/4 inch thick marble. But the walnut vanities are so pretty. And it's Carrera. This is not, anything fancy, but it's just so pretty. What else about this, Grace, is so nice? The floor is gorgeous.
Yeah, the stone floor is beautiful. This is a limestone.
The grout color, I think, is really perfect for this. The shower is pretty. I'm really enjoying the more private shower, less glass, and just really doing something gorgeous with the door. The transom, this is great because you can close the door when you're done, but if you leave the transom open, you can
Let the shower breathe a little bit.
and dry out.
Something in here too is that all the controls are on this wall when you open the shower door, but the actual shower head is on the other wall. So you can open it, turn it on without getting wet. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Glen Lake project. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to see more.
Should we go look at the pier?